Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog. A great Sunday morning to you wherever you are around the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, Germany, Holland, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to this very special edition, Sunday morning edition. Very exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. This, I never expect to see this. Ladies and gentlemen, exclusive. Marcus Rashford to LA. Here we go. Marcus Rashford to LA. Here we go. Deal signed and sealed. Rashford will join the Saudi Pro League side for a fee of 60 million euros. 60 million euros. Contract until June 2028. Rashford leaves Manchester United after an incredible journey at the club. My goodness. The young Marcus Rashford from Manchester United Academy at the age of 18. I remember vividly when Van Gaal, yes, introduced Rashford from the academy. I think just once or so. Then Jose Mourinho came in and took him on, made him a mainstay in that setup under Jose Mourinho. How many years now? Is it about 6-7 years? Now, he's still below 30. Marcus should be about 26 years now. 25, 26. He's going for the Saudi money. Everybody needs it. Yes, even those who have been collecting the pounds sterling. Marcus was on a good wages at Manchester United, but he's moving to the Saudi Pro League. Ladies and gentlemen, I never saw this coming. No, I never saw this coming. Just like the news we heard a day before yesterday, and I spoke about it briefly, and I will go into that again because a lot is coming up. Dear friends, breaking news, as I said yesterday, Chelsea are at risk of a civil war between our owners. Oh yes, between our owners. Chelsea are at the risk of a civil war between our owners, Todd Boehly and the Clearlake Capital Group. Oh yeah, Chelsea. Boehly believes his situation with Clearlake is untenable. Todd Boehly believes that his situation right now with the Clearlake Group is untenable. Yes, that is the belief he has. That is the belief he has. Clearlake recognizes mistakes have been made at Chelsea and results and performances need to improve. The Clearlake Group, they recognize that mistakes were made at Chelsea and results and performances need to improve. They will argue Chelsea are back on the right path to challenge for trophies from this season. You see, I'm laying a foundation. We understand Todd Boehly and Egbali, as we know, he formed a consortium with the Clearlake Capital Group. Todd Boehly on the other side, having about 38% of shares, also have his own men, Wiz and Co, backing him up. But there have been misunderstandings from the word on goal on the way forward, especially during the Thomas Tuchel era. But it was not known to the general public. There was disagreement from the word on goal about recruitment, disagreement over the club's direction, about the recruitment, about the performance, about the inability to progress in the construction of our new stadium. Yeah. Why Todd Boehly is falling out with the Clearlake Capital because of these things. Todd Boehly have disagreement over the club's direction, where the club is heading towards right now. Too many recruits. Club is underperforming. The inability to progress the construction of the new stadium. These are the misunderstandings that Todd Boehly is having with the Clearlake Capital, headed by Egbali. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the stance of Todd Boehly? You see, Todd Boehly is what we call, or it's what people term as the Chelsea. Todd Boehly is a true Chelsea. He cares about the club. Todd Boehly, he cares about the club. He does not see it as a business. He doesn't see the club as a business who only cares about stockpiling assets. No, he's not that type. He wanted to keep Chelsea where it was before they bought it. And that is the reason why, okay, I'll get it. He wanted to keep Chelsea where it was before they bought it. That's why his first window was poor because, number one, he was busy backing Tuchel. He had no sporting structure in place. All he wanted was to continue the winning tradition without a backup of, sporting directors and any other thing. He himself was in charge. That was why his first season, as a matter of fact, wasn't the best. And there are many factors to that as well. They just took over. And the club was actually in a mess. We had players that were living on free. We had players that contracts were not renewed on time. A lot was happening around the club at that moment, ladies and gentlemen. That was when Todd Boehly was in charge. Now, Baghdad Eghbali, to me, seems more like a businessman. Eghbali and his group, they see Chelsea as a business. Their goal is to stockpile as many assets as possible to sell them at a later date. Whilst Todd Boehly has the mindset of continuity where we bought the club from, winning mentality. Let's buy the experience as they used to buy the Galacticos. And that is why immediately they took over. Todd Boehly himself spearheaded the buying of players like Raheem Sterling. Todd Boehly wanted Tuchel to continue. Eghbali said no. You see, relationships first strained with Clelec view in the failure on the window with Tuchel and the signing of Raheem Sterling, etc. Boehly was the figurehead leading this recruitment, and Clelec put all accountability on him. Todd Boehly was the figurehead then, and everything that transpired in that first season was put on him. He was outed and called out in meetings. Todd Boehly was outed and called out in meetings for the failures in the first season. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you expect? Do you expect that first season when they took over, for things to just be room? No. The season before then, we were banned. No transfer, no sales. Players' contracts were expiring. Some were living on free. I never expected Chelsea to do well that season. That was actually the season after the takeover. Prior to that was when we won the Champions League. This is when relationships started to soar. That was when the relationship between the two gentlemen began to soar. You see, with the information I have, and the little I know about this football club, you see, Todd Boehly agrees with Clelec on buying young, multi-club data and those sort of things. He agreed. He doesn't want recruitment feeding up to the owner. He doesn't want recruitment to be like the owners to be involved in recruitment directly. He would prefer one sporting director with autonomy, the power to recruit. Eghbali disagrees and prefers two sporting directors feeding up to him so he can remain hands-on. A lot of disagreement between our owners. A lot. They disagreed on several issues. And it is why the rift we are seeing right now is coming up. It did not start from now. One notable incident that we need to also understand here is that Todd Boehly and his people were on the side of Pochettino and felt he should have stayed. And that stability was important. Todd Boehly and his people were on the side of Pochettino and felt he should have stayed. And that stability was quite important. Egbali felt he didn't fit into the structure and needed to go. All these things were the reasons why Poch left swiftly. Even though after winning games, during the last part of the season. You see, how on earth did Egbali come to this decision when Pochettino lost only 3 games out of his last 20? How? Poch lost 3 games out of his last 20 games for Chelsea. He simply wanted him out because he wasn't a pushover. Yeah. But, Egbali he just want Poch out because Pochettino was not a coach that you can just push over. So he wanted him out and he succeeded in doing so. Of course, we all know they have about 62% of shares in Chelsea. What do you expect? Now, in fact, 61.5%. Now, here is the deal. Before I let you go this morning for your breakfast. Chelsea owners are open to buying each other out. Right now, as it stands, both parties are open to buying each other's out. Clearly wish to increase their 61.5% stake. Boehly willing to pay over 2.5 billion and want more control. Clearly, they wish to increase their stake by buying Todd Boehly's shares. Boehly, on the other hand, also is willing to pay over 2.5 billion and want more control of the club. Strategic disagreements, including over stadium, matching and blocking right for both parties. Ladies and gentlemen, you as a Chelsea fan, Todd Boehly strategy, Egbali strategy, which one will you prefer? I am going for Todd Boehly. Todd Boehly want the tradition to continue. He wants Chelsea to start winning and winning now with experienced players. That is the reason why he started and supported Pochettino, and we were buying more of experience then. The Clelec Capital Group, headed by Egbali, they are looking at 18 years, 19 years, 17 years, buying them a lot, all those talented ones, young and talented, stockpiling them. In the future, in a year, 2 years from now, they can sell and make profits. Where do you stand? Let me hear from you. Where do you stand? Ladies and gentlemen, per this report, Egbali and Clelec have no incentive to sell. Both parties have no incentive to sell. In fact, they want to increase their shares. Both rather want to increase their shares. Boehly wants more control, and he can't get it if Clelec don't budge. As of now, they are not budging. Per Jacob Banks, it's more likely that Boehly get bought out than Clelec sell their shares, because they have a majority when it comes to voting right now. It's more likely that Todd Boehly gets bought out than Clelec selling their shares to Boehly. What does this mean? Means a good amount of drama will be thrown at Chelsea this season, as this won't be resolved anytime soon. Ladies and gentlemen, expect more briefs, more outrages, more leaks. Let's just hope the boys in blue tune it out and we build on the promising signs we can see right now. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, let me move to some other news items. Super Eagles, yes, Super Eagles against Benin Republic. It ended 3-0. Benin Republic, Super Eagles. Osimhen came on within 6 minutes, scoring the first goal. Yes, he came on within 6 minutes, scoring for Super Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, but wait a minute. I have been saying that Osimhen is not much better than Nicola Jackson on 1-versus-1 situation. Did you watch the game? One-on-one situation. Did you watch the game? One-on-one situation. Yes, Victor Osimhen one-on-one with the goalkeeper. We said it. Now Victor Osimhen one-on-one with the goalkeeper. What happened? Tell me if you really watch the game. What happened? Did Victor Osimhen score that goal? Let me know. But when he got within the box, that opportunity that he scored, Nicola Jackson could have scored the same. Let me hear from you in the comment section. I'm provoking you again this morning, right? I know that is what you're going to say. Well, quickly. You see, quickly. Kendrick Perez and William Estaval, after the game last night, both set to join Chelsea in summer 2025. Estaval, the Brazilian, Kendrick Perez, the Colombian. Yes. They both played the game last night. After the game, you saw them hugging together. That is their picture. Both are coming to Chelsea in the summer of 2025. Well, what a beautiful play from both players. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'll see you guys in the afternoon in an exclusive one for that matter. See you when you see me, dear friends. Shalom and peace.